What's going on, Bully fam? It's your boy, the educator, the scientist, Mr. Double Muscle Line Bulls, bringing you another episode of Breeders' Hats. Alright guys, so today what we're going to be talking about is ear infections, yeast infections, all kinds of things like that. So what you're going to find, particularly with like the ear infections, the yeast infections, you're going to be finding that your dog's going to be scratching a lot at the ears. They're going to be having like a black kind of substance in there. That's how you know it's the yeast. It kind of has a distinct smell to it, kind of like tortilla chips, but pretty much, when you have a yeast infection and with these dogs, it can be a lot of discomfort for the dog. The dog is going to be itching a lot. The dog is going to be rubbing its head against things, to try to scratch the ear, and left untreated, the dog can wind up keep scratching and cut the ear open. The ear can get inflamed and puff up and eventually, can close up around the ear canal. So you can't even get your finger in there to clean and things like that. It can spiral out of control. So what I'm about to show you guys is actually something that when I first got started, my vet actually showed me, which has saved me a lot of time, a lot of money. Let me show you guys what to use in order to treat, ear infections, the yeast infections, and just overall what you can do to also make sure that you continue to clean the ear so that then it doesn't lead to a yeast infection. So let me show you what you guys are going to need. So these are the things you're going to want to have when dealing with the yeast infections, the ear infections, and things like that. Let me explain what each thing is, right? So what I use is a apple cider vinegar. You're going to want something like this. Yet again, what's so great about apple cider vinegar, and you want the one with like the bits and pieces in it, it's not really filtered or anything like that. Now with the apple cider vinegar, it's actually been scientifically proven that it is antifungal. So this is what I first use to actually put, in the dog's ear and to flush it out, clean it out, and get that yeast out. So this is the first part of what I use. And like I said, because of its antifungal properties, that's why it's on the list of the things that we use. Next thing that you would want to have is the medication that you're going to go ahead and put in the dog's ear after we've cleaned it out. So what you can get that we use is Monostat 7. This is actually used, for women with yeast infections and things like that. And this actually works very well with help eliminating the yeast problem. So what makes the Monostat 7 so useful is, you can literally look on the ingredient side of it, and it's meconazole. I believe I'm saying that correctly. Don't beat me up if I'm not. But basically that active ingredient is what helps tremendously with treating the yeast infection in the ears. So like I said, it's antifungal. So it's like I said, this is perfect for fighting the yeast infection. And to go with this though, what we use is hydrocortisone cream. The reason being is because yes, the Monostat 7 is antifungal, but what we use the hydrocortisone cream for, it's for the inflammation in the ear and for the anti-itching, because once you put this cream in their ears, if they have a heavy infection, they're going to be scratching like crazy. You put this in, this is going to help tremendously with the itching of the ears. So we do 50-50. I'm going to show you guys everything now, but these are the things you need. The apple cider vinegar, the hydrocortisone cream. Yet again, you could buy this at CVS for like 10 bucks. Monostat 7, again, probably buy this at CVS for like 10 bucks. And these cotton pads, I actually found these at the dollar store, and these work great because a lot of people use like cotton balls and stuff, but just to show you guys, these things work absolutely amazing because they're nice. They're essentially cotton balls, but they're flat, so I could easily, turn my finger around in it and really kind of get in the dog's ear. So I'm going to show you guys everything now. Just wanted to show you guys the things that you will need. So in total, like I said, all the things here, got this for $1, maybe like $5-6 bucks at the supermarket. Same thing here, maybe like a couple bucks each for these, and you're good to go. And what's crazy, this medication here is what you would pay expensive money at the vet for. So let's go ahead and get started and show you guys what and how you guys got to do this. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have your apple cider vinegar, And what I do is I do half and half of apple cider vinegar and warm water. So like I said, I'm gonna fill up half of this with the apple cider vinegar and half with the warm water. So once you have your 50-50 mix, you can go ahead and you know, dump them both in the whatever container you're gonna put them in. So I like to just put them in a cup, because honestly, after all this is done, I just throw everything out. So I'll go ahead, mix it up. You know, the apple cider vinegar is gonna have a strong smell, but once this is nicely mixed up, I'll just take this clean syringe, for example, and just mix it around, make sure it's nice and evenly mixed. Like I said, you know, 50-50, warm water and the apple cider vinegar. All right, so after you've mixed up the warm water with the apple cider vinegar, like I said, I used like a nice little, you know, clean syringe to mix it up. Now what you're gonna use is these bad boys. Like I was saying earlier, I found these at the dollar store. I mean, I think it's for like women's nails or something like that. And these are just the cotton pads. You know, they're not the cotton balls, they're the cotton pads. And what I found with these is they're a lot more easier for me to use with my dogs, because all I got to do is take one of these pads, I'll dip it in the mixture, go ahead and, you know, put my finger around it, and then go ahead and you know, clean the ear, and it allows me to get in their ear a lot easier. So this is just what I use. Yet again, found it at the dollar store. These are what I use. So let's go ahead and get started on our first cleaning. So first, guys, I want to show you guys what a yeast infection looks like. So I'm trying to get in here, and I don't have no medication on it. I don't have none of the apple cider vinegar water mixture yet. I just went ahead and put a clean one in here, and you can see this black stuff, right? This is the yeast starting to set in. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out. And I should have told you guys, yeah, you're gonna want gloves, because it can get messy, all depending on how bad it is and things like that. But so like I said, I'm gonna take my you know, my pad here, gonna go ahead, dip it in the mixture. I'll let it like just soak the whole thing up, squeeze it out maybe a little bit, you know, so it's not so much coming out, and just like kind of wrap it around my finger. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get in this ear really good, you know, get in there really good. And some of it from squeezing in her ear is gonna, you know, come out, and that's gonna help kill a lot of stuff, you know. And then there we go. See, taking some more of that out. I'll go ahead and throw this out, and I'll go ahead and keep cleaning a few times. You know, I'll use a new one. Like I said, I let it soak the whole thing up, maybe squeeze a little bit out, and then get right back to cleaning her ear, you know. And like I said, this really, you know, this mixture is going to be your mixture to clean the ears, you know. So even when the yeast is gone, you know, whether you want to do it on a weekly basis, you know, monthly basis, all depending on you, you know, this is what you're going to use. I'm going to go ahead and hit this one more time. Get in here good. And like I said, it's getting into the ear, you know. When I squeeze this, it's getting in there. If you can see, it allows me to really get my finger in there, you know. And then I come up, try to get all the crevices around the ear out. So I'm pulling up. Now it's getting a little bit better. And what I'll say too is, you know, I'm doing this one-handed, so ideally you would want the ear to be cleaned out a little bit more, a little bit better. You know, you don't want to see any black stuff really on the wipe anymore. But I mean, you guys get the point. So to top it off, sometimes, you know, I'll draw up a little bit in a syringe, maybe a little bit, you know, and just, you know, shoot a few droplets in there. I don't know if you guys can see, you know, just get a few drops in there, you know, and then really massage the ear. You know what I'm saying? Really massage the ear, you know, let it really get in there, you know, and it's going to break up a lot of the built up, you know, wax and yeast that's sitting in the ear. You know, we're going to break that all up, and like I said, because it's antifungal, you know, it's going to, like I said, clean the ear out tremendously, you know. So now on to the second part, which is creating our mixture to now treat the ear. This was how we clean the ear. Now let's treat the ear. So the next part now is your Monistat 7 and your hydrocortisone cream. Like I said, you guys could get this at CVS, and I got 2 already opened ones. You know, like I said, this stuff, rather than getting the super small tiny bottle from the vet, you know, that'll only last you, you know, a week or whatever, I mean, this stuff will last you like a year, you know. So I have these 2 here. We're gonna go ahead now and do, like I said, 50% of the monostat and 50% of the hydrocortisone cream. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit cortisone cream there, and now I'm going to do the same for the monostat 7 and just put about the same amount. Just eyeballing it. Doesn't have to be super, you know, exact, but generally doesn't have to be super exact, but generally, you know, 50-50. And now what we're going to do is actually throw this in the microwave for about 10 to 20 seconds. You want to get it more of a consistency that's easier to go ahead and get in the dog's ear. Like I said, guys, you're gonna go ahead and put it in for like 10-20 seconds. You could put in a little bit of water if you want to, like a dab of water, to make it more liquidy consistency. I'm actually gonna do that right now. So I'm just gonna put like a quick dab of warm water in there. I don't know if you guys can see, but I put a very small dab of warm water in there. So now, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and microwave this up. So I'm gonna put it in, and after about 10 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and you know, pull it out, take a look at it, and see if I need to keep running it or not. So it's been 10 seconds, so I'm gonna pull it out, and you can look at it now, and you can see it's completely a liquid. It's gonna be a lot easier to get it all within the dog's ear. I can put this even in a syringe, squirt it in the dog's ear, and it's good to go. All right, guys, so once you have, you know, the hydrocortisone and the monostat, you know, like I said, I microwaved it, and you know, for like 10 seconds with a dab of water, and now it's a liquid. It's no longer a cream, you know. So now I can easily, you know, go ahead, stick a syringe in here, and I mean, I can easily put this in the dog's ear, you know, and treat the ear a lot easier this way. So we're gonna give this to the dog, and then we'll go from there. So yet again, gloved up, I'm gonna go ahead, take my syringe with some of, you know, the cream. So now I'm gonna go ahead and squirt a little bit in the dog's ear. And now I'm gonna go ahead and drop that, rub it out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and rub this thing out, get it really in there. And may even take one of these swabs here, you know, dip it in there as well. You know, take it out, dip it in here as well, take it out. You know, and try to treat more of the top part of the ear in case she shakes it to get it out. You know, she tries to shake it to get it out, you know, to treat the top part. And that is pretty much that part as far as now giving her the hydrocortisone and the monostat 7. All right, guys, so this is pretty much it. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go ahead and make sure that you do 50-50 of apple cider vinegar and warm water. This is what's gonna clean out the ears. You need to, and you have to clean out the ears first before you can start treating them. So once the ears are cleaned out like this, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to take your hydrocortisone and your monostat 7, and you're going to basically go ahead and mix those together. You know, you can add a dab of water, go ahead and microwave it for a couple seconds until it becomes like a watery consistency. Get it up in that syringe, and then you can go ahead and treat the ear. Once you've treated the ear, then you're pretty much good at that point. So now, in order to eliminate the yeast, it's not gonna be a one-day thing. What you're going to have to do is you're going to need to do, I would say, the apple cider vinegar and warm water twice a day, one in the morning, one at night. And then what you're going to also need to do is do the hydrocortisone cream and the monostat 7. I would do the apple cider vinegar and the warm water in morning and at night, before the dog goes to bed, go ahead and give the monostat 7 and the hydrocortisone cream after you've cleaned that out for the night. Do that for about a week, and you should be good. You know, some dogs, depending on their condition, you may need to go a little bit longer, maybe some a little bit less, but that's generally what I do, and this has been working tremendously great to be able to, you know, treat these ears. Don't forget to visit breedershacks.com, guys. We have plenty of, products for all your breeding needs, tips, tricks, and articles that are all on there that are helpful. And even for this episode, it's going to be on our website, breedershacks.com. Just go to the information center, click on the article, and I'll actually have links to where you can get all this stuff. If you found this helpful, make sure to share it with somebody, make sure to like it, make sure to comment, and if you aren't subscribing to our channels, make sure to subscribe so it keeps us motivated to continue doing videos like this, guys. So some of these dogs are getting all excited. They want to go outside. So I'm going to take care of that. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of Breeders Hacks.